Shalom, Apostle Tahar coming at you with this truth. This is going to be a short video. This is in response. I just turned the video on. This was put up right here 108 minutes ago. So we're talking less than 2 hours. Is incest acceptable in the Bible? GMS Elder Tahar response. Maybe to respond or response to the video that I did. So all I'm going to say is this: you can watch my video, and the scriptures say, "Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay." So there should be a lot of videos by various different individuals, whether it be GMS or otherwise, that will put up videos. I don't know what he's going to say on this. I'm not going to watch this right now. I'm just watching videos. I'm not going to really get into it. I may want to get into it tomorrow. So I don't know exactly what he's going to say. He does say that it is considered incest, and scripturally, with a brother and sister, you can't do it. A brother and a mother obviously can't do it. Your aunt or your uncle or whatever. But niece, according to ancient law, is right because they did it. It happened, and there's no law specifying that you can't do it. It says, what is that? Is that Leviticus 18? Let me go to that real quick. I'm not going to make this long. Now we're doing a lot of response things. We're doing a lot of long videos, but we're doing a lot of. We might do an hour and change video, but we might do a lot of short little videos that can be built upon. So, hey, not saying nothing bad about his title is what is that, chief high priest, whatever his title is, Al-Azhar. He started with GMS. But anyway, not, he says what he says. Let the scripture say, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. So he can say what you want to say. I'm not mad at the man. And that's how you learn. This is how you build. This is how you build. All right, when these questions come up. Like the grape doctrine. The grape, that has to be discussed too. Now, am I telling people to go out there and do it? No. The law says if you see the scriptures speak about two men laying together, you're supposed to put them to death, right? Let their blood be upon them. Anybody that goes out there in any of the Israelite camps and go to court and say, I took him out because he was he was going against the law or the scriptures, they're going to decide whether they're going to lock your ass up or put you in a mental institution. Because this is this world. There's certain things you can't do in this world, Oh, if a man and two men get into a fight, the wife of one man jumps in and grabs the other man by the balls, crushing his balls, and that's a serious sin. The penalty is she should get her hands chopped off. So are you going to see that in any community? No, that would be, do you know how quick the media jump on? They chopped off this woman's hand because she came to the aid of her husband, and this court, this tribunal, Hebrew Israelite tribunal, they got together and they grabbed her up and they chopped her hands off. We got to do something about this. Hell no. And so this goes to the IUIC telling people to keep the law, keep the law, keep the law. You keep the law to the best of your ability, meaning as far as you can keep the law. The Apostle Paul said in Colossians 2:16, don't let no one judge you as far as high holy days, new moons, and so forth, which is a shadow of things to come. Meaning the people of Colossus were Israelite that Israelite foreigners, Israelites in a Gentile state of mind, just like we all were, including myself, including Al-Azhar, including myself, Tahar, including myself, Al-Azhar, including a Gabar, Apostle Gabar, anybody. We were all Gentiles. We didn't know that we were Israelites. I was brought up in a family that taught that we were the Israelites, but I was a kid. Okay, yeah, I'm a Jew. All right, yeah, wasn't no big deal to me. Then I grew up. I was on my own. I did my own thing. But like I said, partially as a younger child, I was brought up as a Protestant. Then my parents accepted being, a Jews, you know. And at one time they were heavy in the Kemetic. My parents, big time in Harlem. They used to set up a lot of. They used to go to all them conscious meetings down there. Okay, look. When I believe I was 6 years old, 7 years old, maybe. I would say 6. They went to a meeting, one of them conscious meetings, and right across the street, on the other side of the street, was the school. So my back was actually to the school, not knowing that I would be going. And let me see something. That school wasn't even open. That had to be before 1969. So, I didn't find the truth. The truth found me, so to speak. But this is a controversial subject. And I'm glad that, like I said, I'm not mad at the man. He got to learn just like everybody else got to learn. Now, that other subject that he said, well, I'm not even going to get into the other subject because you already know you're going to lose. So we're going to have to cover that. Like I said, anybody that goes ahead and says, well, Apostle Tahar said it's all right to do it, I'm a great. If you get caught out there, brother, that's on you. That's on you. And like Paulie said in Goodfellas, I'm going to have to turn my back on you. Anyway, where did I say I was going to go? Okay. Let me go. I believe I said either Leviticus 18 or I believe it's Leviticus 18. Leviticus 18. And I qualify all these videos, all these controversial videos that I go into. I never tell anybody go ahead and do it because it's in the Bible. The white man hem you up, just show them the scriptures, and they'll let you go. That would be foolish of me to make such a statement. It says laws on immoral relations, and there's nothing on the whole niece thing. And if I'm not going to read the whole thing, but if you can find it, show me. If you can prove me wrong, I'm not so proud that I can say I was wrong. Forgive me. You corrected me. I am humbled. If you can humble me, I can and show me that I'm wrong. I'll say it. I don't have no problem with that. All right. Okay. Let me just. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Okay. None of you shall approach any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. Okay, so what does that cover? I am Yahweh. The nakedness now goes into detail. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou, and that was a custom, which is an unwritten law all the way back during the time of Noah and his 3 sons. Because what did Ham do? And that's why Canaan was cursed. And what did Japheth and Shem do? They took a cloth, a covering, and they ran backwards, not to even because Noah was drunk because of that ordeal, and he became a husbandman, and he began. When you give a man strong drink, that he remember his. How's it go in Proverbs? That he remember his sorrows no more. I'm merely paraphrasing, all right? So they knew that they wasn't supposed to look upon their father's nakedness. They knew that they wasn't supposed to be Moses. But in the wilderness, It was written in stone, literally. Thou shalt not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness, the nakedness of thy father's wife. Shalt thou not uncover. That's why uh, um, Reuben lost the blessing of being the chief uh, tribe. Ultimately, Judah, it went from Reuben to Levi, uh, I believe Ephraim, and then to Judah. Ultimately, to Judah. It is thy father's nakedness, the nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or the daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad. That's the law of the stranger. Even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover. When you have sex with a woman, you get naked, right? The nakedness of thy son's daughter, which is your daughter-in-law, or of thy daughter's daughter, which is I'm sorry, the nakedness of thy son's daughter, which is your granddaughter, or the nakedness of thy daughter's daughter, which is your granddaughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover. For theirs is thine own nakedness. Let me for a minute here. The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter. Thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister. Meaning, that's not your mother. So even if your father gets with another woman and has a daughter, that's still your sister. They say half sister. She is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover. Give me a minute. 14 verse. Jumping now, jump around. You can read the whole thing. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother, which is your uncle. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thine aunt. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. She know what the daughter-in-law is. She is thy son's wife. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness. And that happens with Jake. That old nigga shit. Let me first, okay. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Yeah, and that happens amongst Jake. You know, Jake finds a chick, goes meets a mother, and he's looking at the mother a certain way. She notices that, you know, he goes there, the daughter ain't there, and the mother's looking at him a certain way, and they go ahead and do it, and they keep it hush hush. That's prime wickedness, man. Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter of her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness, for they are her kinswoman. It is wickedness. Neither shalt thou take a wife to a sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness beside the other in her life. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness as long as she is apart for her uncleanness. That goes into your monthly cycle. You're supposed to separate yourself from that woman. One more reason to have more than one woman. Is that law gonna be applied in the kingdom? You got there right. Because women are gonna have babies, so they're gonna have the same function is gonna take place like it does in this world. Babies are not just gonna pop out like Pop Tarts. All right. 20th verse. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife, which is adultery, to defile thyself with her. And that happens a lot in the hood. And thou shalt not lie, let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Moloch. And that, you know, that's worshiping of the spiritual demon Satan. Molech goes back to the spiritual demon Satan. Neither shalt thou profane the name. Another law. Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am Yahweh. Let's look at the word profane. If you call the Lord Jesus and Jehovah, are you profaning the Lord? You goddamn right. Let's look at the word profane. And the word is halal. To profane, defile, pollute, desecrate. Desecrate means to unholy something. Like the angel that came, which is the Lord that came to Joshua, he said, take off thy shoes for wherein thou standest is holy ground. If he kept his shoes on, he would have desecrated that holy ground. The same thing went with Moses when the Lord came to Moses. Thou art on holy ground. You go into the temple and you have sex with a woman in the temple, you have defiled the temple. You have desecrated the temple. And the penalty is death. To profane, and profane is Latin for outside the temple. You do something inside the temple that only should be done outside the temple. Oneself, defile oneself, pollute, ritually, sexually, sex in the temple. To be polluted, to be defiled. So when you call the name of the Most High by another name, you call him Jesus and Jehovah, that's defiling the name of the Most High. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. That's the penalty is death. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down with her. It is confusion. Now, does that mean if you have a cat in the house, a small cat, and the cat jumps on the bed and sleeps next to you, that doesn't mean that means having sex. Defile not ye yourself in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the land is defiled therefore, do visit the iniquity. I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomiteth out her inhabitants. And we got vomited out. So it gave you the breakdown of who you can't have relations with. Doesn't say nothing about a niece. And the elder, Manat Zakbar, did a video. He went into all the scriptures that had happened. And there was no, the Lord didn't intervene and kill that person. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I wasn't going to do a video. I wasn't going to make it long. It's not too long. It's longer than what I thought it was going to be. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.